Pierce, who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Roy Hibbert has now mastered what he calls, quote, the straight up. He once saw Dwight Howard in the finals jump and absorb contact without fouling. And Hibbert thought to himself, I've got to learn how to do that. In drills, his coach, Frank Vogel, made him defend 2 players at once without fouling. At first, he wanted to give up, but guys, that is how he perfected it.
He sure has. Coach Vogel making sure the rest honor it. Doris, thanks. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And that sends John Wall to the free throw line. That's on Rodney Stuckey.
John Wall is 6'4", with a 39-inch vertical leap and long arms to boot. He's an elite physical specimen when it comes to the point guard position.
Hibbert, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
See the way he times his passes so well? That's a great assist.
And Wall kicks to Nene. The kick out to Pierce. The feed to Beal. Nene setting the pick for Beal. Outside, Wall. And Pierce, here we go. No good. Excellent D there from George. And Wall, a blur, guys, in the open court. Perhaps, Steve, perhaps the fastest player in the league end-to-end. He is devastating in transition.
Yeah, he's so tough to stop around the rim, even in the half court. When he gets ahead of Steamboat, he can get into the lane and then finish with either hand. So, man, he is tough to stop.
Nene with the screen on Hill. Wall dishes to Beal. Wall against Hill. It's Wall with the drive. And it's blocked by Hibbert.
Another strong rebound, just like we got used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those and this lead will be double digits.
Pierce against George. Hibbert. West kicks to George. George missing again.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Outside, Wall. Top of the key, Pierce. Nene, the pass to Pierce. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. You got to give the front office a lot of credit with the Pacers for what they've put together.
Without question, Kevin. You know, prevailing wisdom in the NBA was that to compete, you needed to either be a big market free agent destination or kind of tank for high draft picks. The Pacers kind of did it their own way, building solidly and steadily through the draft and with smart free agent acquisitions. The biggest one being David West a few years back.
Here's West. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Beautiful lead pass there. He let his teammate run right underneath it.
Wizards trail by 9. Outside, Wall. He kicks to Humphries. Great D that time from Hibbert.
And the key for the Pacers in constructing this club has been finding terrific value in the draft. Roy Hibbert drafted 17th, Paul George 10th. Even George Hill was acquired for the 15th pick, so very impressive.
Humphrey sets a pick for Wall. Off the pick. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. West has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Pass to Hibbert. Gortat with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Pierce.
You know, and looking at the rise of these Pacers, it's hard to overlook the hiring of first-time head coach Frank Vogel, who's done a really nice job in leading that team. I think it all goes back to the front office, taking a team that could have been treading water and not realizing its potential and molding and shaping them into a championship contender.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahaney's checked in for Hibbert. And it's Luis Scola in for West. 1:24 left in the third quarter. There's the pick. Porter dishes to Seraphin. 5 on the clock. His first shot coming late. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Here's Sloan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Wizards trail by 9. Sessions with it. Scola covering. And that one's good. Sessions.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
And Sloan kicks to Hill. Right side Hill. And that one comes up a bit short.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that.
Here's Porter. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Now just a 5-point Pacer lead.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Outside for Miles. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. From 12 feet out. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, he was somebody you didn't want to put at the line a year ago. He made 85% of his attempts.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
5 seconds left to play in the third. Cannot hit.
So hard not to go for it when you see a chance for an alley-oop like there was here.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Mahimi in at the 5 spot. That's the Pacers 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. The Pacers pull it in. West has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Outside for George. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers. All with it. There's a screen. Butler in the corner. Kicks to Humphries. Butler on the way. Defended by George. Wall attacking. That's good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Hill passes to West. It's back to Hill. Stuckey against Wall. Stuckey dishes to West. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can pull stubs, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hibbert's checked in. And then for Washington, Gortat's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Nene comes in for Chris Humphries. And it's Pierce in for Rasul Butler. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And Wes, just what you think of when you talk about a true veteran, competitor, leadership, toughness.
All of that is David West personified. He does it without saying a whole lot. When he speaks, it's always right on time and on target. His example is one that all young players should absorb and benefit from.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And the basket by Hill.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Hill against Wall. Renee's setting the pick for Wall. And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's the dish to Gortat. And Beal kicks to Wall. And stolen by Stuckey. The kick out to Hill. Pass to George. And again, it's Indiana.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
And Wall. Here we go now.
Well, there was a time not that long ago when Rodney Stuckey was considered a rising star in the NBA, considered a steal with the 15th pick in the 2007 draft. But after back-to-back disappointing seasons, I think it's fair to ask, have we seen the best of Stuckey in a while?
And he sinks the second.
Rodney Stuckey was playing in a contract season. He started last season breaking his thumb in his car door, and that required surgery. He missed the first month, and as a result, he never did get back to the level he had hoped for.
Outside, George. Lots of room. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Wizards trail by 17. And for Stuckey, not an outside shooter, but his percentage of shots around the basket has dropped for 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, he's not drawing as many fouls. He assisted at half the rate he did in 2010-11. Some of it was fit in Detroit. No floor spacing. Let's see if he can get back to playing his brand of basketball.
Here's Wall, and that one's good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Hill passes to West. George against Nene. 6 to shoot. Hill dishes to West. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. West has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pacers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
Well, as we get closer to making this one official, we can safely say it's been a very one-sided season series. So far, they've won both of the first 2 meetings.
With 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games. Well, David West, a pro's pro, and a name many might overlook when talking about the best power forwards in the league. But since his arrival in Indy, he's been a big part of what's catapulted that team into the upper echelon. Back-to-back conference finals the last 2 years, and David West is in the middle of their success at both ends of the floor.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Now here's Sessions. Dishes it to Pierce. 3-pointer. It's good. And West, not the most explosive leaper. He won't wow you on the highlight reels.
Yeah, and that lack of flash, you know, might cost him some attention. But look, this guy can do it all. I mean, he defends, he can score inside, he can go outside and knock down that shot. I mean, he's a terrific all-around player. Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
Porter with the screen for Sessions. Pass to Pierce. He feeds it to Porter. The pass to Sessions. From deep. Can't get it to go.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
So no problem for Indy.